So recently, my son had a 39-degree fever, but I still told him to show up for his training. Some people might think that makes me a bad mom, but before you judge, here's the thing. Hi, my name is Ross. I'm a mom of three, just turned 36 years old, happily married, and a business owner. And honestly, motherhood made me a better CEO. So, what happened is that we went to another city for my son's training. So, while in the plane, he's already shivering, and when we arrive, we let him rest. So, while he was resting for a couple of hours, like 2 to 3 hours, I told him, does he still wants to go to the training? And he said, yes, mom, I'm going to go to the training. So after like 2 to 3 hours, I asked him again, are you going to the training? And he said that, mom, I feel so tired and weak and I'm having a headache. So he is actually having a fever at that time. And he said, no, mom, I can't go to the training. Instead me saying, okay, you can just go ahead and rest. No, I told him to show up for his training. As a mom, I know my child. I know when he truly needs to rest, and I know when he just needs a little push to build his character. Here are the 3 reasons why I told him to show up. The first one is that training the mindset. I always told them this, and actually, it's not just for my children, it's also for my people, my staff, that you need to train your mindset. A fever is temporary, discomfort is temporary. One thing I learned from the book, The Power of Now, is that life is about how you respond to what is happening right now. Sometimes the situation doesn't change. I can't really change that he is having a fever, but your mindset can. I know he's having a fever, but the fever, because he's actually taking medicine already. If you train your mind that I'm having a fever now, I can't go, I can't do this, then you can't really reach the goal that you want. This is the same thing I teach the people in my business. If we stop every time things got uncomfortable, we will never grow. There is one time that I told my people to like, we need to plan for a year. What will be our goal revenue is. One of my staff actually reported what goal we should have. And the goal that she reported to me is like $500. So it's based on what she thinks we will be able to reach. Then I told her that if your goal is that small, since her mindset is that since we are still not earning and we don't have that a lot of client, this should be just our goal. So I told her, if this is just only our goal and we will not go up, we can't reach $1,000, $3,000, because from there, from the start, the goal that we have is only $500. So how can we reach $3,000 if our mindset is just setting up to $500? So that is what I'm training my kids to train their mindset. Their mindset should be strong. They should learn that Everything that is not uncomfortable right now is not permanent. That's the first reason that I have why I mentioned to my kid that he still needs to show up. The second one is that learning the discipline of showing up. Sometimes they will call this one as being consistent. Success isn't built on the days when everything feels good. I have heard actually with Layla Hermosi that when it feels good, it's a red flag. When you show up, it's built on the days when you don't feel like you're doing it, but you show up anyway. That means that you really want to, for example, my son, he really wants to be a soccer player. Because when I told him that you really just need to show up there, you're present, even if you're having a fever. So, what do you think his coach will like think that he still play even if he's having a fever? There are really days as a mom where tired, overwhelmed, even emotionally drained, but we still wake up and take care of our children. That goes with our children too. Even if they're tired, even if they don't want to go to school, you have to. The important here is you showing up, being consistent of you showing up to reach your goal. To connect with Layla's YouTube that I actually watch, he said that when it's hard, that means you're going in the right path. Being a mom was never easy, but you're still doing it. That means you're in a good path. Responsibility actually means showing up even when it's hard. You being responsible as a mom, still showing up, still working even if you don't want to, being a business owner, having a hard time with sales, you still show up in your business, talk to your people, learn about everything what's going on your business. That's showing up, and it's really important. A lot of moms actually that is still working, especially when you're a nurse, you work your work time goes with 24 hours. Like you have a night shift, you have daytime, you have um, mid afternoon shift. I know that because I'm a nurse as well. When you notice that when you were there, when your child has like activities in school, even if you're tired, you will feel that your child is really happy. My mother is a business owner as well. My father works almost 24/7 for us. At the time that we have a family day, um, my usually the ones that just there is me and my younger brother. When you see other families that they have their mom, they have their dad, it's quite a little bit sad, but we know that my mom and I are working for us. Right now, that's the thing that we're doing, my husband and I. His mom and her dad were actually working as well. So they are not actually always there for him. I will never like replace what we are doing right now because we are always there for our sons. We're there when they're practicing, we're there when our youngest son needs us, when he needs his milk, when he needs to be changed diaper. I told my husband that I will never replace what we have. I will never, even a billion, I will not let it replace what we have right now, because we're showing up for the kids. We're always there for the kids when they need us. That's the discipline of showing up. And like, when you're showing up, it means like you're taking the responsibility. So the last one will be being present instead of being controlled by fear. As a mom, I trust my judgment. I knew my son could still safely attend his training. I wasn't focused on what could go wrong. I was focused on what was true in that moment. Still, that was actually mentioned in the book The Power of Now. I'm not thinking what will happen because that is already in the future, right? I know that right now he can actually train. I know that he has a capacity to train. Being present helps you make better decisions. If you are in this now, like in the present, you will like really feel that your decision is actually correct. My son was able to play like a couple of minutes, then he actually requested for a sub, but later on he was actually feeling well for a couple of minutes of rest. It's like when I think about it, if I was not able to let my son train, we went here for him to train, we went here for him to be exposed to um, this specific group, so that he will be able to play with them. So if from that start I got scared, like, oh my son will not be able to play, he might collapse or what. If I think about what I fear first, everything will be changed, and the coach will not think that he is like really taking this seriously. So the money that we spend where is just like a couple of dollars, but a couple of peso, but being proud of my son showing up is actually worth a million. So we didn't let fear eat us. And I'm happy that my husband actually respect my decision at that time, and he knows also that my son can be able to train. You just really need to be present. Don't let fear eat you. Like, oh my gosh, this is another couple of dollars, another couple of pesos to waste. So, oh my son will be like, my son my son might collapse if I will let him train. My son might um my son might not be able to play properly. We didn't take that. We didn't let that thought eat us. It's like motherhood has taught me that every single day, being present every single day. Because the truth is, motherhood doesn't just raise children, it builds stronger women. And sometimes the best CEOs are moms.